This is the new idea. This is hardware. Hardware powered by AI software. Okay. What it is will be, well, first of all, these are in my long-term and actually short-term, highly interested in both of these. One, AI is going to take over the world. It's going to slowly already doing it. So I want to be on top of it by using it. Two, hardware gives you a little bit of a moat, a little more defense than just straight up AI software. And then three, this is just an interesting market, and it's a grading market. Card grading market. Concept is simple. A device that can grade your cards for you just by placing the card inside to be scanned. So probably think of it like a box. So you would have, it would have photo, so macro photography for one, for photography. It would have black light. It would have probably a scale to make sure it's not fake somehow, and then software to reference the major grading cards, major grading companies for how well or how good a card is. So that's what PG, shoot, what is it? PSA, Beckett, I think Beckett Grading Service, BGS, CGC is the other one, I think, etc. The business model would be different. So currently, all cards need to be sent in to be reviewed and packaged to be considered officially graded. The idea would be place these machines inside game stores, card stores, etc., where the machine does the grading, but the store does the packaging. Cut all shipping costs. Cut 95% of human labor, and make it easily accessible for anyone and everyone. Stage one, so of course you don't want to just like, we'll be able to just go out there and do everything from the beginning. So phase one, Pokemon only. That would be maybe like cell phone based only. No grading, but giving a reference. For example, guessing how good something will be graded. Monitor, or I guess reviewing for fine details that's hard to see by the naked eye, and it'd be significantly cheaper than actual grading services. Cell phone based. I mean, phase two could be cell phone attached camera and UV light system, right? Still no grading, just reference to confirm before sending in for an official grade. Significantly cheaper. So phase, okay, so where you need to break out is phase three. To start to think about this. How do I actually get this like certified graded? Like how do customers trust the grading system of CardSaint? I'm gonna call it CardSaint. CardSaint versus the core players. TGC, BGA, or BGS, etc. I guess honestly it's going to take time. Reputation or partnership? I guess proof over time, or even partnership with the major grading systems. Possible exit to possible sale, as in sell the whole company to one of the bigger players. All right, so the cell phone version is cool. I mean, that's probably the easiest if you can do phone and UV light. Another problem is how do we get reference cards to know what a PSA 10 versus 1 versus a PSA 10 even is, right? So I mean, these are the questions. I guess these are questions. They're not phase 3 per se, it's just questions. Alright. So there's that. How does a machine scan every side of a card? Is it sitting on glass? What? I see. So there's a question, and then what type of scanning is needed? So here's a couple of things to consider. Number one would be how do card graders like PSA review cards being graded? Authentication. Okay, so number one is the authenticate, right? So authentication. Authentication, real set, real card, etc. Grading. So they do at least 2 to 3 graders review each card. So what does the review look like? So they do centering, corners, edges, surface. Centering, corners, edges, and surface. And surface. Encapsulation and labeling. So this is a slab. That's just putting it into the slab. Quality control. Oh no, that's not. What exactly do they? How do they grade? I'm guessing is what I'm asking for. How exactly are they grading it? Grading cards. What tools are they using? How do they know what their reference of a PSA 10 versus a PSA 1 is? Let's see. Objective, which is centering, trained human judgment, internal benchmarks, magnification, so 10x loop. So they use magnification tools. Tools used. Centering tools. All of these could be done with a camera. Lighting systems. Glare free lighting, raking light, interesting. Glare free lighting, UV light, and raking light? What is raking light? Raking light. High resolution imaging. Sure. UV. Well, black light. I think I've seen black light in another review. So see, at PSA 10, they have a little bit of leeway. Sharp corners, clean edges, no surface flaws, pour. Then they have extensive training and calibration exercises. often comparing their grading to known reference cards. So see, that's how they do it. So that is totally like AI can do that. Just a couple, with enough data, they can do it. Then they have multiple people do the same thing. Consistency checks and AI support, preventing grader drift. Graders periodically renew gold standard cards at each grade. Okay. So yeah, so it's so human centered, right? So all of this should be replaceable if we have the right images to do it. So if I could build some kind of a contraption that's like a box that has multiple camera angles, or only like one or two, one maybe three, one at the front, one at the top, one at the side, and one at an angle, and then somehow the card can rotate within the box. That's one way to do it. I had to think about this. If the card can rotate, keep it super safe. Right, so card just needs to be able to be observed from every angle with different tools and techniques, i.e. UV or black light, and macro lenses. AI just needs enough references to know what a 10 versus what dictates each rating. The beauty of this all is like the pricing. So with phone or phone attachment, anyone can do, but this would never be a formal grading due to how subjective using your phone is. Using a box or a device would definitely help if you can prove consistency and quality grading. Using a box inside a retail box, GameStop, would help significantly. Would help significantly for trust. Pricing can be very aggressive, i.e. $25 for a grading plus top loading. That's done by the card, the game, the store, by trained store members, or built into the box. I would avoid doing anything that requires a lot of maintenance of the box. Maintenance of the box. Okay, so what is the market size? This is where things are probably get really exciting. How many cards are graded per year? What do you think the average cost of a card grading is? What is the market for a card grading? Let's focus only on Pokemon cards. And I could even do deep research if I need to. But I don't think so. I think the data is solid. Holy crap. Let's just say 1 million per month. So 12 million. Oh wait, no. Of those, 300K to 400K per month for Pokemon cards. Let's say 250K for easy math. Or here, like 5 million. 4 million. So 4 million cards per year. These are the breakdowns of who does what. BGS doesn't do that much. CGC seems to do a lot. Oh wow. How is this one higher than this? So that is called hallucination. But this feels realistic to me. 4 million a year. So the average cost, weighted average $30. Let's just say $20. Let's go low. So 5 million. No, I said 4 million. Times 20 on the lower side equals $80 million market size, right? So the market size, there's 4 million cards graded per year, $20 average per grading. $30 million market size. And then if I capture what, 5% of market equals $4 million. Grab 4% of the market. I mean, well, we wouldn't be charging the same thing. Card Saint would charge $10 per card. The business model is, of course, or maybe it's going to be 15, and it'll be possibly 50%, 50-50 for game stores, because they're going to be putting the top loaders on the whatever the word was called for the plastic piece. Now we don't have to ship, so now there's no shipping needed. No shipping needed. Not a black box of grading. You see what you're gonna get, what you see. And of course the market for Pokemon is gonna keep rising. There's new Pokemons in the lore all the time. Unlike other games or other stories, this is basically makes it immortal. It'll always keep growing. Market trends, even if things die down, there's still always going to be a small niche of players, and eventually you can expand into different cards, but for now it's Pokemon only. $175 is a lot. Grading card revenue, I would say for us, even 5% of the market. Card same price. 10. And I could build this on myself, on my own. $80 million times 10 is 800 million. Oh, sorry, no. It's shoot. What did I just say? I just said 5%. 10%. This would equal $80. 1, 2, 3. It is 80 million. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah. 8 million. Okay, so where do I start? Where does this start? I guess learning hardware and software, AI specifically, and then maybe building an app, a simple app that can do it. And then from there, maybe some kind of hardware device that has a UV light. But that one you wouldn't be able to get it graded. The point is that it's graded. It gets graded. And it has consistent data to reference any cards against. And eventually you gotta think on its own. So it does need some consistent training. I don't know how to do that yet. But okay, that is the switch from Saint Vince to Card Saint. One, because it's just kind of more fun. I'm more interested in this world, and I'm very interested in AI and hardware. All right, I don't know if I have any time to work on this coming week, but the week afterwards. Ciao.